Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of What If Civilization Started Over. In the last episode, we saw two main things happening. The first one, I'm being honest, I forgot. Eh, but the other one is the discovery of uranium. Um, so if you enjoy today's episode, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get started. I still need to add capitals to these guys. So I did on the wrong layer. Okay, you know what? Just get it over with. Almost. This. Okay, now that's it. Alright, now for the next part of the episode. We're going to be going up to Denmark, and Denmark is using the newfound material for a project of theirs. They've been trying to figure out a way to get back in the top three strongest countries. They're currently number 4, overtaken recently by Lake Baikal, and even Persia. But Denmark figures out a way to implement this new material to one of their projects. So, we see Denmark making the first nuke ever. So they go out and they drop it somewhere, probably on like one of these islands. I forgot to give it back. They see it does a lot of damage. These nukes are definitely not like as bad as the ones dropped on Hiroshima, but they're still quite powerful. Oops. So Denmark now is going to make another one of these weapons. But this time they'll save it up in case they get invaded or something. Eventually, they'll send what remains of these materials back to the countries they were found in, like Canada, slightly Australia, and this pinkish Kazakhstan. But they still kept quite a bit of the uranium, and they'll send some up to their ally, who makes a nuke as well. Or they're not allies, but they're in the same economical alliance. It's close enough. That will do it for the nukes of the episode. And we're going on to the very first colonizer of the series, Cyprus. We have this little colony right down here. But yeah, this colony is actually one of the two remaining. It makes Cyprus one of three remaining colonizers in the world. The others are Persia and the Dark Scientine. Dark Scientine has this tiny little. Never mind. I forgot I sold it. Okay, so Persia's the only other colonizer. Still, Persia has a colony in Australia, Indonesia, Madagascar, and South Africa, and they are the second strongest country in the world. We've got a pretty major alliance, being the triangles. But to set so we won't be back on the nukes layer for the rest of this episode. However, somewhere we will be going is over to Lake Baikal, or Lake Baikal, Mongolia. But Lake Baikal has taken some of the materials, their ally, not like taken, but they gained some of the materials, or they were given them. But so we see the first, or not first, now we're close to first, but we see Lake Baikal start making their own nukes, and they're testing them out in here, in these general areas. But while we have nukes being tested, something else. So these nukes, they're kind of weird. They're not like ones that are dropped from a plane, but they're also not like really launched off the ground. They're similar to how, like, not again. They're similar to how like TNT would work, where you light a fuse, you have set time to get to a safe distance, the nuke goes off. But now, up here, this green Russian country, I really need to remember the name of, we see the first plane being made. And Denmark, Norway, a lot of countries start getting the idea of planes. And it kind of takes off pretty quickly. And eventually, about a year or so later, after the first plane is made, we see the first flight over an ocean. It's not like a transatlantic or trans-Pacific flight, but still, It goes from the capital of India down to the capital of the Horn of Africa country. It lands safely. So the then so now people are starting to think, okay, maybe these planes could eventually be used to go transatlantic or transpacific. But the maker of planes is using planes for a different idea. And he starts adding weapons to some new ideas for bombs. There are guns being attached to them. We see the first fighter planes and bombers come out. So, should figured I should bring that up. So, why do they have two capitals? Alright. Now, moving on, we have a small war taking place. Not so small. But this area right here, the major city on both sides, it's starting to cause some problems. And it gets to a point where we see the, this country here sending troops into the blue, whatever this country area is. These troops will go in pretty quickly. But then these guys here notice something. These troops and supplies, they don't look like the ones that are made by this pink country. If you go up to the alliances, no, they're not from the Diamond Alliance. They look quite similar to ones from the Maroon team, Purple team, from Greece and Libya. The thing is, these countries here, they're all getting their supplies from two countries, the Wolf Empire and the Cyan team. So you see, this pink team is getting supplied by the Square Alliance. Then we see a big wave of troops, much stronger than the already decently small amount of troops being supplied by the Square Alliance, arrive in this blue country. And they look like ones from the Diamond Alliance. So we now see first proxy war break out. And then we see this green country up here. They start invading into this purple country. And their troops, they look a lot like troops from the Trapezoid Alliance. And what do you know? The Cyan team here joins. Their troops, probably guessed it, their troops are from the Triangle Alliance. So now it's all getting crazy. Until Egypt joins the war. Egypt, obviously, is going to be supporting this green country because that's who everybody else, or not the green, the blue country because that's who everyone else on their team is. But Egypt is top 10, not top 10. They are a top 20 power in the world. Yeah, 16th. So now, we see the Wolfwood Empire is starting to send a lot more troops into this purple country. And these troops, they start invading into other countries as well. And now it's just chaos. Especially because, so wins. Alright, alright. Oh, wait, what? Oh, well. Alright, back down to here. Maybe I can get this right finally. We see the Wolfwood Empire sending tons of troops in to fight this green country. These troops also are able to push out both other countries in this war that have invaded the into this purple country. But eventually, we see the war settle down quite a bit once the Wolf Empire is able to make a very large sweeping push and capture the capital of this blue country here, making them surrender, and this green country surrenders, and it's the whole thing. For the peace treaty, you see no changes in borders other than one specific change, which is this major city is fully annexed by the purple country. Or not purple, pink. I can't even get my colors right. Makes sense, I'm colorblind. That's it. But now we now see the Square Alliance gain a new member in this raspberry-ish Saharan country. And it's one country can't get a member without everyone else trying to get their own member. Every alliance is a new member. And this is the final map for this episode. Turned off the wrong glare. This, oh, come on. I'll add it after this. But this is the final map for today's episode. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Laugh at my mistakes, go ahead. But I'll see you in the next one.